Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. New Mexico's bases greatly benefit, as you all know, from military construction, and I appreciate the work of this committee and the Armed Services Committee to make sure we have the best facilities for our troops at New Mexico's 3 Air Force bases. This includes important projects for the fiscal year 2018 at Cannon and Holloman Air Force bases, as well as a project for the National Guard in Las Cruces. The remotely piloted aircraft facility at Holloman and the special operations facilities at Cannon will significantly improve the capabilities of our airmen and women at these bases. General Bingham, it's good to see you again. I want to let you know that the communities surrounding White Sands Missile Range were extremely grateful to you for your service at the base, as well as your service to the community of southern New Mexico. I'm glad to see that your stewardship of White Sands did not go unnoticed and that you have been promoted to Assistant Chief of Staff for Installation Management. And I'd like to draw upon your experience as the commanding officer of White Sands. White Sands will play an important role in developing weapons and capabilities to protect forward deployed forces from long-range threats. Can you quickly summarize what are the most important construction and maintenance projects in the pipeline at White Sands?
Thank you, Senator Udall, and great to see you again, and thank you for your leadership.
You bet.
It was my privilege to serve as a commanding general from 2012 to 14 at White Sands Missile Range. In point of fact, I came to know it as a crown jewel for our nation, in that it's a one-of-a-kind range and one that we could not replicate anywhere in the world. I will tell you that just this week we sent over our plan and designs for the main network infrastructure building there that burnt down years ago. That's in the planning and design phase, and that came over here to Congress. We do understand that our test and evaluation community is vitally important to our nation's defense and being able to test various assets there. And so we do all that we can throughout our sustainment, our restoration and modernization account, as well as our MILCON. But I'm hopeful that with the the P&D in support of that main infrastructure there, that will go a long way toward improving its condition.
Appreciate that. General Bingham, what percentage of the tests at White Sands are being devoted to countering the anti-access area denial capabilities being developed by our near-peer competitors, China and Russia?
I don't know the answer to that question. I do know that we train, test for all of the services, Army, Air Force, and Navy. I'll have to take that one for the record, Senator, and get back to you with a specific percentage.
Thank you very much. Vice Admiral Smith and General Green, I recognize you're not necessarily the experts on this issue, but how concerned are you that the Navy and Air Force about the anti-access aerial denial capabilities being developed by our near-peer competitors, China and Russia?
The Navy is very concerned about it, and we're focused on it in the development of our tactics, techniques, and procedures, and how we're going to fight the fight if called upon and have to do that.
Would the members of the panel agree that if we're going to be able to effectively counter these capabilities, test ranges and facilities like White Sands must be made a priority for military construction and maintenance? General Bingham?
Certainly, that is certainly a priority for us because it enables readiness. And so commensurate with our funding, both as relates to military construction funding as well as SR&M funding, we will apply as we are able to ensure that this national treasure is able to execute its multi-missions.
Yeah, really appreciate your answers, and I know the budgets are limited, but as the Department of Defense sets priorities, I hope that we will continue to recognize the specialized and irreplaceable facility that is White Sands. And with that, I'll submit the rest of my questions for the record. Really appreciate seeing you again, General Bingham. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.